There are more than 60 locations across the U.S. and Canada that Syngenta uses as their Grow More Experience sites. One of those sites is just outside of Marysville, Ohio, where a recent field day was held.
We've got everything from herbicides, fungicides, and really seed care products, and really starting out from the seed and protecting our investment there. So really a lot of neat things. We've actually taken some different key herbicides and broken them apart to show the different AIs and how they are effective on different weed species spectrums and things like that. So it's also a great time for guys to ask questions they're not comfortable asking throughout the growing season, and it's our opportunity to bring them to our field and show them what we've got going on at Syngenta.
Crops across Ohio are being challenged early on, not only by weeds and disease, but by insects as well.
Especially in the soybeans, we've seen an influx of Japanese beetle feeding even earlier than normal and higher populations than normal. And it's definitely something we don't want to let go unattended to, more or less. We can definitely stress our plants out early, and instead of kind of producing those higher bushels, they're going to kind of go into survivability mode. So if we can protect that and have an impact there, definitely is going to be more beneficial when we're trying to produce more bushels at the end of the year.
After a difficult spring, Heimerl says protecting what's out there is even more important.
You know, it feels like we were just planting yesterday, and that's kind of true for a lot of areas, but definitely we can't walk away from what we've got out there. We need to produce as many bushels as we've got to help us get into next year. Oftentimes we hear guys say, I can't wait till next year, but we definitely can't walk away from what we've got. We've got a high investment out there. We've tried to do everything right up till now. We need to finish out the season strong, and a fungicide and insecticide are definitely tools we can use to help protect our investment and really finish us out strong. So the conditions we've had here going in through the end of July or towards the end of July are definitely conducive for a lot of disease pressure. We've seen adequate rains. Some guys have received a lot more rain than they really need. But in either regard, we've had the humidity, and we've had some influx of some rust kind of blown up from Cindy, the Hurricane Cindy we had several weeks ago. So it's definitely a concern to make sure we protect what we have. Trivapro does a great job on rust. And as we continue to get into some of these fungicide applications, it's definitely a good time to think about protecting our investment with a fungicide.
And Heimerl says that philosophy goes for the soybeans as well.
You know, we've seen significant frog eye pressure in certain areas, and it's one thing with beans is we start to have the blooms on the main stem, we can protect those. Typically a soybean will abort 75% or so of the blooms that it's going to put on due to abiotic or biotic stressors. And if we can save one or two of those blooms throughout that critical timing, that could be the difference in running 55 or 75 bushel beans. What works best is overlapping residuals, and that stands for insecticides, fungicides, or even herbicides. We often lean on overlapping effective residuals with herbicides a lot, but we're starting to take that message more to the fungicides and the insecticides, especially this year with some of the hard shell insects we've seen. The dual mode insecticides will definitely help us in the long run.
From Syngenta's Grow More site in Marysville, I'm Higgins on the Ohio AgNet.